What did you think of the Sherman thing? I mean, everyone's been talking about it.
Right.
Like, what did you make of it when you saw it first time?
When I saw it first, I was like, man, that dude is turned up. I couldn't believe he said that. But, looking back at it and how the media, made a big thing about it, you have to understand, this is a guy that just got done going through battle, the biggest game of his life, made an unbelievable play to send his team to the Super Bowl, going against a guy who's been talking mess or talking to him in silent. So he took it personal, and unfortunately, he demonstrated his thoughts in the wrong way. Rich is a smart guy, obviously went to Stanford, has a big degree, but all they hear is the rant. So hopefully he has this week to, reestablish himself, and hopefully he can, clean it up a little bit. But I didn't see anything wrong with it. This is football.
Yeah, I mean, did you sympathize a little bit? Because I it's difficult for me, obviously, because, if you're not an athlete, and, obviously I have the athletic figure, but I'm not an athlete. And, you can imagine that when the passion is kind of just going and they get you and it's the end of the game, I mean, like,
Right.
Could you kind of relate to where he was coming from?
I know exactly where he was coming from.
Have you ever been tempted to kind of unleash a Sherman
Yeah,
yourself?
I mean, I'm a trash talker as a cornerback. You have to be very confident because you get beat at times, and that's his style of play. It's nothing new, and the media got exactly what they wanted. And imagine if he didn't say that, what would we be talking about right now? Nothing. So he gave them, the NFL, everything they wanted, got the buzz behind him, and he's riding out, and he's doing a good job with it.
So maybe he's kind of laughing, not all the way to the bank, but he's like laughing all the way to...
A little bit. I think he got a little bit more grief than what he expected. Like I said, I really think that he was in the heat of the moment and he really didn't mean nothing by it. But when you get on that football field, especially when you play corner, it's a personal matchup. You want to shut that guy down. That's exactly what he did. And, he sent his team to the Super Bowl. And in that moment, here's a mic in your face. How would you, handle yourself? Everybody's, nobody's perfect, but, as a young guy, and he made a mistake.
I do backflips. If I could do backflips, I'd probably do a backflip. One of the things that he said recently, I think he said it to ESPN or Sports Illustrated, but it was, after all the Sherman backlash, I just want to read a portion of what he wrote in a piece. Actually, it was today from MMBQB about the 10 things that he learned from the whole experience. And this is what he said. It was number 10 on his list. He said, if I could turn back the clock, he said, maybe I deserved a fine under today's rules. But back when football was raw and unsanitized, the same things they fine guys for now were the aspects of the game that people loved. The NFL once allowed players to live in the moment and be entertainers. Do you agree? I mean, is NFL just too sanitized at the moment?
I think so. I think it's all about the shield, and we understand that as professionals, that we have to protect that. But at the same time, we're the individuals who is going out there and demonstrating our talents for ourselves and for our team and for your franchise. So at the same time, it has to be a little bit of both. You always got to protect the shield in which they teach us, but at the same time, you got to allow individuals to be themselves. When you have the opportunity to replay what Richard Sherman said instantly with TiVo and all this new technology, it's so easy to say, oh, I wouldn't have done that. Oh, he was so wrong. What was he thinking? He wasn't thinking about his teammates. But at the end of the day, people are not perfect, and we understand that the game is changing. But I can definitely can understand and agree with him with that comment.
Yeah, the kind of idea that it's you can't let a guy kind of just have a bit of a celebration in the moment.
Exactly.
And maybe he kind of was a little bit effusive.